Greetings. This is Bharat Vij, Bharat Vij, Bharat Vij. And I just thought I'd take this opportunity to mention a few things. I have dropped this idea of being in politics anywhere in this world. For now, or not for now, for good. And there is a reason for it. I don't mind sharing the reason. There is an enemy of mine, and maybe others too, who has, and I know at least of one, and there are probably others too, who has not only access to my mind, but can also practice some rudimentary forms of mind control. Obviously, they have not been very successful with me because they have obviously not been able to succeed in any of their objectives for me for the last 23 years. And it will remain that way as well, but a word here, a word there, those things are going to happen. Unavoidable. I cannot, in all honesty, jeopardize the security of any nation. And therefore, even though it is my national calling, I really cannot become privy to the secrets of any state, no matter where that state is, irrespective of that. Obviously, my choice was the US, and I had also thought of the best party as a name. But I really cannot jeopardize the security of the US. And therefore, I have decided not to be in politics, actively seeking power. But that does not mean that I cannot provide consultancy to those seeking novel and unusual ways and unique insights as to how to become victorious in whatever their political struggle is. And that is also true for state policy, internal and external, homeland or Secretary of State. And that's why I have, for the sake of the people of this great nation and other great nations too, including the country of my origin, India, Bharat, I have decided not to seek political power in any country, in any nation. But I am available for consultancy. And governments that are interested in seeking my insights into the best course of action for them can find a way of contacting me, and you know exactly which nation I live in and who the president of this nation is. And that goes for the president himself as well. Should he require to use my expertise or my insights, and I have a unique way of doing things, but very effective. And also a result producing. They are free to. He's free to contact me as well, and he knows how to do that. And that is true for the political parties of this great nation as well, the Republicans or Democrats, all groups, progressives, moderates, populists, whatever else definition grouping one wants to come up with. There are so many of them these days: centrists, leftists, moderates, populists, right wing, left wing. Your head keeps on spinning around, and every nation is different. So get in touch with me. It will of course be consultancy, and with consultancy there's always a cost involved. The second thing I wanted to talk about are nuclear weapons. Warriors really don't like to use nuclear weapons. That leave lands as radioactive waste, unless they are forced to do so. And I think Nagasaki and Hiroshima were exceptions to the rule rather than the rule itself. What I am proposing is that all these nuclear powers and get together, and they're, and that number doesn't go into the tens, and have an agreement, call it whatever you want to, where any nation that uses, it doesn't matter which nation that is, it doesn't matter which grouping it belongs to, all nuclear powers, irrespective of their foreign outlook, foreign policies, get together and decide that the nation which first uses nuclear weapons will face the combined onslaught of all other nuclear powers mercilessly. So, should India decide to, and I'm just giving a hypothetical situation, drop a nuclear bomb on Pakistan? Well, as per this agreement, every nation will get together and nuclear bomb every part of India. And that sort of agreement will ensure that no nation uses nuclear weapons first. And it must be implemented should a nation decide to violate this agreement. This will also deter countries like Iran and others from developing nuclear weapons because of the costs involved to them, were they to use it against any nation. And bring about more security in this world. But if you remain in your groupings, whatever those idiotic groupings are, then you will find and face potential nuclear conflicts. I'm very concerned with China, who's developing so many nuclear weapons. What for? Are you really going to use them? If I was Mr. Xi, and I don't know how to pronounce his last name, I'm not even sure that I pronounced his first name correctly, I would focus more on the common prosperity of each and every citizen of China and all those that live within its boundaries, rather than spend money on a technology in terms of weapons that he will not be able to use against any nation because of the risk of his own nation being decimated. And the world must ensure that the decimation takes place. So such weapons are not then further refined or developed. Well, people will develop technologies, nothing can stop that. But those technologies sometimes have spin-off effects as well. But this will ensure that no nation decides to use nuclear weapons first. And I'm sure there are other issues with weapons. And I won't go into cluster bombs, landmines, and things like that. I'll let other nations, those are not as important as this nuclear weapons. And I will be back later on with some other stuff. But this is all I have to say for now. Love and roses.